I think what's really scary about this book is how you can relate to the protagonist in one moment and the next moment you're like, hell no, I do not relate to what you're thinking right now. Hello, and welcome to my review of The Tunnel by Ernesto Sabato. This is the first book that I've read by this author, and I was blown away. Firstly, this felt like I was reading an autobiography. For those of you who don't know, this is a story which follows an artist who becomes fascinated with a woman who admires his work and focuses on a part of the painting which he feels as though no one else understands or no one else ever pays attention to. He is telling the story from his prison cell about how he murdered her. That's not a spoiler because it starts out on that basis. The painting is actually named Motherhood, and there's a woman in the scene, but by her there's a small window. And one day he comes across this woman staring at the little window in the corner. He becomes obsessed with her. He feels as though no one else in the world understands him, and this is the first person who ever will. So he yearns for her, he thinks about her, he dreams about meeting her again one day. And one day when that actually happens, he stumbles on his words because he's been thinking about this moment for so long. And there's so much of this that you can relate to as a reader, about feeling anxious, about feeling apprehensive about speaking to someone that they have feelings towards. And he says, oh, you recognize me because you saw the painting and you want to meet me, etc., etc. Then he becomes immediately horrified with what he said and runs away. But she follows him and she says, yeah, I haven't stopped thinking about that little window. And she reciprocates this feeling. So what starts out as a very, I'd say, natural interaction turns into a sinister relationship where he becomes really obsessive. He can't understand why she behaves the way she does. And the story is really interesting because it is told from the protagonist's perspective, and we don't really get to hear much of the woman's side of the story. So everything he believes is true, everything he thinks is true. The author has managed to spectacularly get us to understand paranoia, obsession, his rationale behind why he does certain things. But it is very chilling because by the end of it, you absolutely cannot relate to this person. If you're into true crime stories, I think you'll really enjoy this. It's less than 150 pages long. I rated it 5 stars. I was truly hooked and obsessed with it. If you've read The Outsider by Albert Camus, I think you'll like this one. I 100% prefer this over that, if there is any sort of comparison. I think the author has this amazing ability to make you relate to him and then question your behavior. It's such a great read, such a fascinating read. I was truly hooked and I could not put it down. I highly recommend it. If you've not read it yet, then please pick it up. Thank you for watching.